Hey there, it's Brittany, and I am back with the November Curated Bead Box. I just opened this, so I'm just seeing it as I'm showing it to you. Morning Frost. Oh, we've got some purples and blues and icy white and some gray. With Curated Bead Box, they have a sister site called dollarbead.com, and you can go there. Here's the list of ingredients, but also some codes, and if they have them in stock, you can use those codes to find extras of the items in the box. This box also includes a finding starter kit, which has like crimp beads, wire, lobster class, stuff like that. So let's jump in. If you're interested in subscribing to Curated Bead Box, use coupon code TURQST35 for 35% off your first box. First item is 10mm seafoam glass pearl 8-inch string. These are gorgeous. They're like a very pale blue, really pretty. Next one is 10mm ice crystal crackle glass bead 8-inch string. Love crackle. There is a little bit of a gray hue to this. It's not completely clear, but that's really pretty. Those two are really pretty together. Next item is 8mm stone glass pearl bead 16-inch string. So stone, I guess, is the color. It's a nice concrete gray. 8mm violet jade glass bead strand 16-inch string. Very nice muted like plum purple. 6mm primrose jade style glass bead 16-inch string. That is bright purple. Very pretty though. 6mm milky white gemstone bead string, about 7 to 8 inches. It's like a quartz or something. All right, there are two bead mixes. One is both are approximately 1 ounce. One's Frosty Designer Glass Bead Mix, and one is Dewy Designer Glass Bead Mix. I don't know which one's which. This one's got a bunch of seed beads in purple, blue, silver. And then this one has a bunch of glass beads in purple and silver and white. I like that focal bead though. That's pretty pretty. Pretty cute, I should say. 14 by 10mm silver luster bicone faceted glass bead, 8 beads. Those are gorgeous. I don't know, I guess it is a bicone, but I would just call it a barrel. They're very faceted. Those are pretty. We're going to be using those hopefully. 12mm Summer Moon Galaxy glass beads. These are really pretty. 6 beads. I like that galaxy luster on them. This would be fun for a cluster necklace or a cluster bracelet with all the baubles that you're getting in this one. I think maybe that's what we'll do. I don't see why not. 24 by 14mm leaf silver metal charm, 8 charms. These are cute. Yeah, why don't we do a charm bracelet? I haven't done one of those in a while. It's going to take some time, but that's okay. We got time. And then these are cute. You can also glue stuff to those. And then 26mm 3-leaf silver metal pendant, 2 pendants. These are really pretty. These are really pretty. I don't know about this guy here, but I don't know why that's there. Maybe you could glue, oh, you could probably glue like a half drilled pearl or something on there. But very pretty matte earring components or charms or whatever. And it's got 2 loops too. That's kind of cool. All right, the bindings kit is silver, although mine has some schmutz in it. I wonder what's going on with the memory wire in there. But silver metal this month. I'm probably not going to use the memory wire. And let's get making a charm bracelet. What I'll need is some chain from my stash. And I'll use these head pins. I'm probably going to have to use a ton more head pins from my stash though. And just create a bunch of baubles. So I'll show you by doing 1 or 2 on camera, and then I'll create as many as I need. And the fun thing about this is you can do 5 or you can do 500. So I'm just gonna do simple loops because that'll make my job a lot easier. I'm gonna put, oh, that's too big. So I wanna use this. So you'd either wanna use a seed bead to stop that at the bottom, or bead caps or some kind of spacer. I'm just gonna grab one of these tiny seed beads, put that at the bottom because it's a little bit bigger than the hole in the bead. Okay, and then I'm gonna bend this 90 degrees and then trim. Take my round nose pliers, and you can use your looper tool if you want, but I'm gonna take my round nose pliers and I'm gonna just make a quick simple loop, and now we have a dangle. I'm gonna do that a bunch more times with these beads, and I'm gonna do, we're gonna have a big oval bracelet, and then some of these plum ones. I think I'm gonna leave out the bright, but we might see it in there. So I'm gonna do a bunch of beads, and then I'll be back. It took me about 13 minutes to get all of these done. I have a piece of chain from my stash, and I did grab some jump rings, but I will say you can just attach the beads right onto the chain, and it will probably be a little bit more stable. I forgot all of these, so I got to make some of these real quick. But we're just going to attach all of these pieces to the chain, and I haven't decided if I'm going to do it with the just the loops on the bead or with a jump ring. Probably want to pick, okay, so you could do this randomly, but I would probably pick a pattern because I'm a pattern girl. I know I have 8 of my leaves, so I just want to kind of space those evenly. I think I'm just going to do 5 leaves, so I'll have enough left over for a pendant and a pair of earrings. And then we'll have like a midpoint. And then I did, I think 6 of these guys. So, and then we might want to do just 5 of them or 4 of them or whatever. And this is looking like it is taking up a lot of room, but once they start filling in, you'll be able to overlap your pieces quite a bit. So just kind of get that pattern in that you want. That's very close. My dog's running around in the background with her toy, hoping that mommy will play with her. Okay, so we'll put these out here. So I'm just going to kind of assemble these. I have just one of these, so he's just going to kind of go in the middle. Just put things where you think you'd like to see them. See, aren't these, isn't it like looking pretty? I know it's hard to see the intricacies of like each bead on camera like this, but it's really pretty in person. And I will tell you, it's looking super full here, but once we start filling it in, it's probably not going to look that full, and you might be able to add more beads in. What I'm going to do is make like 3 of these, and then we'll go on to the next step. Moving on to the next step, I am going to start loading beads onto my chain. And you can do whatever spacing you'd like. I'm going to try it with opening up my bead first and slipping that onto my chain. Actually, I'm going to do it one in because I want that last one to be able to connect my clasp. Okay. So we have one bead. And you want to try and do them all in the same direction. And by that, I mean, see how this one's kind of hanging at the bottom of this loop? You'd want to hang down here instead of up here, but it can get a little difficult, especially with the type of chain that I've chosen because it's kind of twisted. So just go with the flow, do whatever works for you. I'll do another one. I'm going to do my same size, but in a pearl. And I'm going to hang it on that same piece. And this is where you might want to start using jump rings because they're going to be a little bit easier to maneuver around your chain, especially if your loops aren't uniform and they're a little smaller and you have thicker chain like I do. So what'll happen is your beads start clustering up on each other, and that's why it's called, I call it a cluster dangle bracelet, cluster charm bracelet. But I would say 2 or 3 on each loop or piece of chain if you want a really full bracelet, or you can just spread them out. So I'm going to go ahead and fill in my bracelet, and I'll be back. Okay, so here is my beginning of my bracelet. I actually love how densely populated it became with just the beads that I did. I only had to add one extra one of these. My toggle. Now these are from my stash. If you want to use a one of the lobster clasps in the kit, that's fine. I just like toggles better for bracelets. Okay, and then to close off my bracelet, all I've done was add on a clasp with a substantial jump ring to the end of my chain. I did think I was going to extend it by using some extra beads, but I ended up not needing that extra length, which is why these have 2 loops. But what I ended up doing was just leaving them on because they're really pretty and sparkly, and they're really fun. So we have a beautiful Cha-Cha Morning Frost bracelet. Lots of movement, lots of noise, lots of fun, super sparkly. Hopefully you enjoyed the tutorial. If you're interested in subscribing to Curated Bead Box, use coupon code TURQST35 at curatedbeadbox.com. That is an affiliate code, and it helps my channel. So if you have any questions, let me know. Let me know what you think. Do you love this color combo? Have you tried a Cha-Cha bracelet before? Hope you enjoyed the video, and stay tuned for Goldie. She's super cute. Bye-bye.